It's been a little over a week since Iowa hosted the First in the Nation caucuses, and a lot has changed. KCCI's Ophelia Jacobson explains how the caucuses impacted tonight's primary in New Hampshire. Ophelia.
Well, Ben, we saw several candidates drop out of the race after the Iowa caucuses. Now there are just two major candidates left in the race. KCCI political analyst Dennis Goldford says Iowa certainly narrowed the field through the caucuses. And tonight it was a head-to-head fight between former President Donald Trump and former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley in the Granite State.
Iowa never settles anything. It simply reveals the unexpected strengths and weaknesses of the various candidates. Iowa did that. Again, of the 11 major party candidates running, 9 did not make it past Iowa. They all showed, it turns out, some unexpected weaknesses. And so it leaves it to New Hampshire to see whether the process goes any further or whether it's basically a done deal.
Now, Goldford says Iowa voters definitely made a difference in the presidential race, but he says he would have liked to see a higher turnout on January 15th. It was the lowest turnout for the Republican Iowa caucuses in more than a decade. Haley finished third here in the Hawkeye State. Tonight, she's projected to finish second. I asked Goldford ahead of tonight's results what a good night for her in New Hampshire would be.
If she were to come in, I'd say within 10 points of Donald Trump, anything more, less than that would be a major victory for her to narrow that gap. But if she were to get to at least 10 points away from him, she'd go to South Carolina and try to make a fight of it there in her home state.
And we're still waiting for that final margin of victory between the two candidates. I also asked Goldford if he's ever seen this small of a field this early on in a presidential election year. He says in a competitive primary, no, adding that these are very unusual and unique times. Ben?
Ophelia, it's been amazing to see how the field has narrowed over the last 8 days. Okay, so what happens to the delegates from the Iowa caucuses now that there are only the two candidates left in the race?
Yeah, great question. And I asked our KCCI political analyst that exact question. Technically speaking, no delegates were officially awarded at the caucuses. That occurs at the state GOP convention in May. The caucuses tell us how many delegates a candidate would be likely to get based on their performance there.